Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at another great offering from Core Essential Belts. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to take a look at another offering from Core Essentials. If you follow my channel at all, you know we've been reviewing their belts for 2 or 3 years now. So they have been providing us belts to take a look at for at least that long. And I actually bought the first belt that I bought, and that's how I kind of understood what their product was about. I bought it, and then I reached out to them and said, "Hey, would you like us to review some more of your belts?" And then they agreed. And they've been really good to us ever since. I didn't ask for this belt. They actually contacted me and said, "Hey, we got a new offering. You'd like to take a look at it?" I said, "Sure." And I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed in whatever they sent, and so they sent another belt. They came out with this a few years ago. This is kind of a nylon looking, it is nylon, but it's kind of a tactical looking style belt. They didn't really have a cool looking buckle at the time, in my opinion. I just ordered a gunmetal gray looking buckle that was about as plain as you could get. Still looked a little bit dressy, not real tactical, right? But it looked okay. I thought it went okay with the belt. So they've made some improvements, some changes in this newest belt that I'll show you. But if you're not familiar with their belts, you cut them to size yourself and they ratchet. So they have micro adjustment, I call it. We've all had those belts that didn't fit. They were either one notch is too big, one is too loose, back and forth. The average belt that you get from Walmart, men's clothing store, anything like that is going to have somewhere between 5 and 7 holes, and they're spaced apart anywhere from about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. This one has about, I hadn't counted them, but I'm going to say about 40 different adjustments across here. And what I mean by that is it ratchets. See all that? That's an adjustment. Every time you hear it click, that's a micro adjustment. And then to release it, it's got a little tab here. You simply push down and it slides right off, just like that. And then it locks back into place. This one I've wore for, I guess, a couple years now. Still looks like new. There's no real bend in it like a lot of belts get, anything like that. And that is key. If you are having problems with concealed carry, that's the number one thing that people complain about concealed carry and why they don't. A lot of times is it's uncomfortable, they can't get it to fit right, whatever the case. And if that's the situation, it's usually 2 reasons: the belt and the holster. They got a crappy holster, or they got a crappy belt, or a combination of both, which is even worse. Can cause back problems, all kinds of things. So get you a good belt. This is the one that I would go to. So let's take a look at this new offering that they sent me. I've already sized it. They have increments of 1 inch on the back. And then they've already got everything's there. You just cut it to where you need. Now, let me preface it by saying here's the way it kind of works. If you wear a 30-inch waist, normally your belt is going to be a 32. That's with a traditional belt. If you're concealed carrying, you're going to need a couple more inches because you're taking up space if you're doing inside the waistband style carry. It's going to be bigger, obviously. So if you're a 30, normally wear a 32 belt, I would start sizing this one when you first get it and you size it and cut it. I would at least jump to a 34 to a 35. You can take away from the belt, you cannot add to it. So once you cut it too short, you're kind of stuck. But it does have a ton of adjustment here, so even if you got a little short or a little long, you would be fine. So this one is thicker. Not by a lot, but it is definitely thicker than this one here that I have. I'll put it side by side, maybe you can tell. So if you look in the thickness area there, a little thicker. They also have this really cool looking, kind of tactical looking belt, buckle. This one actually clamps on, and it has 2 set screws that you screw in. So this buckle is not going anywhere. Which I like. It's definitely secure. This one I've never had a problem with, even though it's just the clamp-on style. I've never had a problem with it acting like it wants to come off or anything like that. Once it clamps in, it's been there ever since, and that's been at least a year or 2 ago. But this one, real stiff and rigid. You can see I can hold the belt out just like that. It doesn't flop around. Perfect for concealed carry. People think stiff belts are uncomfortable. No, they're not. They're actually more comfortable, especially concealed carrying. they are definitely the way to go. You want something rigid, something thick, something that you can, when your holster goes in here, it clamps in, has something to grab hold of that's not going to come back out. Because most holsters, especially inside the waistband, have like little clamps that kind of come underneath the belt there. You want to make sure you got something thick enough to hold that. But again, Core Essentials, 2 thumbs up as always. They've been great belts, great company to work with. They've always supported us, and like I said, I don't get paid anything. They do send a few belts every once in a while. But again, I've bought at least 1 or 2 of their belts myself personally out of my own money because I just like their stuff. But they got all kinds of colors and combinations of belt buckles and all kinds of things. So go over to their website. Always have the link in the section below. Go over there, Core Essentials, and look for their gun belt specific. I think they used to carry like just regular dress belts. Don't confuse one or the other. Make sure you're getting in the gun belt section, just to make sure you're getting what you need if you're going to use it for concealed carry. But anyway, guys, again, 2 thumbs up from us always here at Guns and Gear Network with Core Essentials. Great belts. Everybody should own one if you're going to conceal carry. I want to thank the folks over at Core Essentials for sending this out for us to take a look at. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. And as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.